even in Shavasana or corpse pose for right now. And if you're really cold, you can grab your blankets for my Zoom people. Just kind of tuning into your breathing. If you want to place your hands over your heart, or one over the heart, one over the belly. Taking some nice big breaths in and out. And really just doing your best to kind of relax and melt into your spot that you're in. The deeper breaths you take, the bigger breaths that you take, the warmer your body is going to begin to get. As you begin to start your body scan, noticing any places that are holding on. So are you really relaxing your shoulders, your fingers, your toes, the legs, are they relaxed? Your head and neck. Are there any points on your body that have pain in them? Zooming in on those areas, sending breath, sending heat from your hands, nurturing those spots on the body. Noticing any stress, any lingering thoughts, any to-do lists. Acknowledging those things, and then just kind of imagine them floating out the nearest window. So we're going to set those aside while you focus on you right now. Slowly begin to move, so you can bring your head back straight if it's off to the side, and you're just going to gently walk those legs up. And you can bring one at a time up to your chest, or if you're okay, bring it both into the chest as we begin to just gently kind of holding on to those legs. They can be close together or far apart. The knees, the back of the thighs, whichever is easiest to grab onto. And just kind of gently rocking. Noticing the creases of the hips, the thighs, the top of the thighs as they're coming in contact with your chest or your belly. The gentle massage happening on the back side of your body. And then we're going to go into our low back circles. So grabbing the knees with the hands or grabbing the shins, we're going to extend the arms and just kind of gently circle those legs. Focusing in on our low back. You're still taking those deep breaths. Try not to hold your exhale. Really let that exhale flow. And we're going to take that circle the other way. Reverse that circle. stretch it out, whichever is most comfortable. And then we're going to turn our attention back to that right leg. Go ahead and circle out those ankles on that right leg, your ankle, one ankle. Releasing any tension in that ankle, any pops, cracks. Flexing and pointing those toes, wiggling those toes. And don't forget to go in every direction. Good. And then we're going to gently release that knee. Let that leg float up towards the ceiling. We're going to continue flexing and pointing that toe while it's up there, at the same time getting a nice stretch in the backs of the legs, that hamstring. Rub those muscles out if you need to. And letting that leg come back down. It can stay bent or stretched out while we bring that left knee into the chest. Hugging it nice and tight, beginning those ankle circles when you're ready. Flexing and pointing, circling in every direction. Float up towards the ceiling, beginning to continue that flexing point with the toes, begin a nice stretch in those hamstrings on the back of the leg, rubbing them out if you need to. Leg's gonna float back down. We're gonna bring both of those knees back to bent knees. And then we're just gonna do some easy knee falls from side to side. So whichever side you wanna start with, let those knees fall to the side. You can hang out there for as long as you like before you go to the other side. Nice and easy. Noticing any pulls on the hips, pulls on the belly, the ab muscles. Those knees can come back to nice flat feet. Let's put some focus in on our upper body. Both of those arms are gonna float up to the ceiling. We're gonna do some shoulder lifts. So like someone is trying to pull you off the floor, but you're staying heavy so they can't get you up. So just the backs of your shoulder blade is gonna lift up off the ground. Put a little tension in there, yeah. Breathe in some space. All right, a couple more of these. Relax those shoulders back towards the mat. The hands are now going to gently start to float back towards the top of our mat. If you have any tightness in the shoulders and they can't come to a resting place, you can place a pillow back there or some blocks to support them. Just kind of feeling once they land, how the ribs kind of opened up. Take some deep breaths here. Then we're going to begin to bend the elbows. So thinking of a cactus, we're going to bend those elbows and bring those arms kind of down to where they're in line with the shoulder, or the elbows a little bit lower than the shoulder. And we're starting to get a nice stretch across the chest here. And you may notice that your hands can't go flat. That just means your shoulders are a little tight in that rotation. Again, you can place some pillows or some blocks. Is it warm enough in here, ladies? Let me know if I need to crank it up. All right. And last for these arms, let's bring it into a hug. Wrapping yourself as much as you can comfortably. Grabbing as far back on those shoulder blades as you can. A nice tight hug. Deep breaths, stretching out those deltoids, those sides of the arms. You can rub them out, squeeze them, or just rest in this hugging position. Gently coming out of your hug, we're going to make our way onto our side as we transition onto all fours to find our child's pose. And if you're in a chair, you can just kind of start to bend forward at the hips, hanging over your legs. All right, child's pose. It's up to you how close you want the legs or how far apart. Sending those hips back towards our heels if they'll go down or hover. The arms can stretch out, the forehead can come down to your mat or to a pillow or to your blocks. And if your hips are higher, if your legs and knees are tighter, you can balance out your body by placing your elbows on blocks or on a pillow if you like. And we're taking some deep breaths. And as we start to bring more movement into the body, we're going to reflect on our yoga philosophy of ahimsa, the do no harm. So I want you to really kind of listen to your body during this morning session. Don't over push. Just be kind to yourself. Listen to yourself and ease into each position. walk both hands towards the right side of our mat, or the right side towards our right leg if we're in a chair, and just kind of reaching back with your left hip. You start feeling a nice stretch along the long side of your body. Gently walking your hands the other way, reaching back with the right side for that same stretch along the armpit, down through the hip. Walking those hands back to the center. We're going to begin to gently lift those hips, bringing ourselves into this table position. All right. Supporting those knees under hips if that's comfortable. Hands underneath shoulders or a little more forward if you have any wrist pain. You also can be down on your forearms, on your blocks or pillows if you have wrist pain. We're going to start with a gentle circle. So calling this stirring the pot. So finding this circular motion. Your body's kind of going a little bit far back as if you were going to go into a child's pose, and then a little far forward as you're just kind of over the wrists. Take it in the other direction with these circles. Yes, very soothing. Making our way back to our neutral table position. We're going to get into our cat and cow. Alright, so for your cow, we're thinking about dropping our belly button towards the mat. Our hips are going to arch back as if we were sticking out a tail, and the throat and head are kind of going to arch up at an angle, a comfortable angle. You're going to take a deep breath here. And then as you exhale, your back begins to arch up towards the ceiling like a scared cat, and you're putting a lot of pressure right in between your shoulder blades. See if that is your highest point, you're exhaling. And then you can take that on your own timing, syncing it up with your natural breath. Flowing between the two. Making it as slinky and gooey as you can as you warm up all the different points of your spine and your hips and your throat and cervical spine. neutral table position. All right. Next up, we're gonna shift our weight. So shifting your weight over to your left side. If possible, we're gonna release that right hand. It's gonna begin to reach up towards the ceiling and our side body's gonna open up. Take a big breath. As you exhale, you're gonna take the back of your hand, slide it across your mat or across your lap, and we're gonna take it down to a nice shoulder stretch / neck stretch. So if you're able to rest your ear down on your mat, you can rest it down, or you can put a block under your head or pillow for some bracing. Your other arm can extend out towards the top of your mat, or you can reach up and go behind your back to your opposite pocket. And then of course, at any point, if you start to get dizzy or uncomfortable, you can gently press yourself out of this position and return to child's pose. Down and around, sliding it in if it's straight out, and gently pulling yourself out. Don't disturb your comfort. Adjusting if you need to, or taking a breather if you need to. We're gonna make our way onto the other side. So starting with our weight shift, shifting that weight to a stable arm. Releasing that left side as you twist up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. Long breath out as you thread your needle across your mat or across your thigh. Finding a resting point for your face and ear. Stretching out your base arm if you like, or taking it up and behind the back. Sliding it in, gently coming up. Let's return to our child's pose. Take a breather. If you want to keep those arms forward, you can, or you can take them back, palms up, and relax your shoulders. There's a notification up here. arms back, forward if they're back. Gently guiding yourselves up. We're gonna make our way to standing. If you wanna tuck those toes and walk yourself back and up to your feet, you can do that. However you make your way, we're gonna come all the way up. Baby. All right. Do. You can place yourself by a wall at any point or a chair if you need some balance aiding. All right, finding a nice comfortable stance with your feet. Tuning into those toes, or your little toe pads, pressing into your mat. We're gonna start with our gentle weight shifts. So imagining your pine tree swaying from side to side. And it's up to you how fast or how big you want these sways to be. Noticing how that movement is traveling up and landing in the different parts of your body. Good. As we land back in the center, we're going to do it forward and backwards. So going forward, noticing like you're falling off a mountain cliff. Oh, and then you go backwards. And how that movement is going into your toes, into your front plane of your body, and then into the heels, into the backs of the legs, backs of the shoulders. The center, you can shake that up. My words are cold this morning. All right, we're gonna scoop those arms up. Big scoop. Big breath in. You can hold at the top or you can let it out. Another big breath in. Letting it out. Our last one, we're gonna stay up there, finding our upward salute. Bringing those palms together. Feel free to make a tiny base if that's comfortable, or you can stay with a nice wide base. And then we're gonna relax in those shoulders. So thinking of that movement that we did earlier when we took them out of the socket and brought them back, locking them in. You may have to bring the hands a little more forward to kind of lock in those shoulders. It's up to you if you want to look up at the hands or you can keep a neutral neck. Like a beacon of light. And sliding those hands down through heart center, lifting the chest to meet your thumbs, relaxing those shoulders again in the sockets. And we're going to keep making our way down the legs. You can roll down through the spine or you can walk yourself down the legs. You're welcome to keep your tiny base. You can go back to your wider base as we come into this forward fold. Nice soft knees, allowing that stretch to travel all the way up through the tops of the hamstrings with the softer knees. If you have blocks or pillows or books, you can use those to support your arms. out those legs with your hands, encouraging them to release and relax. Soften the knees as we slowly begin to roll up through the spine, or you can walk yourself up the legs. And you ladies don't have to turn unless you want to. I just figured it'd be better for the online folks. We're going to do the same thing, this time walking down the legs or rolling down the spine. Same thing, going back to our forward fold. Those elbows, adding some weight to that upper body. You can bring in a gentle swing. Keeping one leg bent. So let's say we keep our right leg slightly bent, but straighten our left leg a little bit more. And now that left side, that straighter side, is going to get a deeper stretch in that hamstring. Long exhales. Long breaths. Switching sides, the left leg is going to bend and the right leg is going to straighten more. Give it a nice stretch. Bending those knees. Same thing, rolling up through the spine or walking yourself up. Shaking that out. Taking a wider stance. All right, we're gonna start to find our side lunges. So you want to anchor those toes, big toe, pinky toe, especially heel, your tripod of your feet. If you would like to hinge forward, you can hinge forward at the hips as you go through this side lunge. And we're just going to start to go from side to side. Nice and easy. Noticing inner thighs, outer thighs, stretching. Explore the side lunge, making sure you're sitting those hips back as if you were in your regular squat. That way your torso is supported over your legs. To the center of those legs, we're going to find a forward fold. At any point in any of these forward folds, you're always welcome to just rest on your thighs. I should have said that sooner. Or you can take it all the way down for your wide leg forward fold. Again, you can use your blocks, pillows, books, a chair to rest your upper body on in a nice stretch. Yes. able to walk both of those hands towards the right side. We got a nice stretch off to the side for that wide triangle. Hands the other way. Bending those knees, walking yourself up the legs or rolling up through the spine, supporting yourself up, shake that out. All right, we're gonna find ourselves at the back of our mat, whatever that means to you. Yes, coming to the back of that mat.
Go all the way to the back.
Alright, we're gonna find our mountain pose. I will stay hip length apart for this mountain. Palms facing away from you, shoulders are rolled back and relaxed. So make sure our shoulders aren't too far back so our chest isn't sticking out. But nice neutral shoulders, almost like they're reaching sideways, kind of more what we're going for, but in the sockets. Neutral chin, nice active feet. Big breath in, long breath out. One more big breath in, and a long breath out. On this next one, we're gonna go to our upward salute. Drawing those arms up with your breath, bringing the hands together. Resting here, you can let it out. Another big breath in. You can let it out again. This last one, we're gonna let it in. And then on the out, we're going to dive or walk ourselves down the legs as we come to our forward fold. And we're going to bring the palms of our hands to the front of our shins. And then we're going to gently find ourselves a flat back. Just kind of feeling it out here. If you were balancing some food on your back, that plate would be nice and sturdy. Maybe bringing some head movement here as we balance in this hinge and this flat back. Yes, you can look side to side, you can look up and down. Whatever feels doable. Coming back to the center as you get to roll back down towards your forward fold. And then we're going to find that flat back again, making your way to flat back. And melting it down. All right, our knees are going to begin to soften. And we're gonna find a chair pose, so those arms can come up by the ears, or feel free to take them to your hips if you like that, or they can be wherever they want to be. I don't know. It's up to you. All right, deep breaths. Your legs are gonna start to fire up. Your back is gonna start to fire up, making sure our abs are engaged to support our back. Press through those legs, coming back up to standing. And let's go ahead and take that right leg forward. One big step or maybe 2 steps. We're gonna find a warrior one. Finding a nice warrior one. Our toes are kind of pointed in the direction of the top of our mat. Our arms are still reaching. Our front knee is slightly bent. You might be getting a nice stretch through that hip. That back leg. Good. Deep breaths. Good. We're going to begin to bend at the elbows for these arms, finding that cactus. You can stay here if you like, or you can bring it into a gentle back bend. If that's something you want to explore, you don't have to. Good. You can relax those arms. We're going to change our feet. So back leg, that foot is going to rotate out. I'm going to change directions here. Back leg, the toes are going to face the side. Front leg, if you want to go deeper into that front lunge. For your warrior two, you would want your front foot to kind of be splitting your back foot. Ideally is what I think that is. And then it's almost like your hip bones are just kind of reaching. So you should get a nice stretch. Your arms are reaching out. One same arm as leg. Reaching back. And then your head can either look out over that top arm or you can look out in the center. And then our shoulders are relaxing. Yes, strong. If you would like, you can bend that front arm, bringing it down to the thigh. If you want to take it into a side bend. Noticing it's all just a bunch of triangles, so we got a nice little triangle happening in this position. Gently coming back up to your warrior two. And if you want to bring that back arm down to rest on the thigh, you can lift that front arm. The legs are still the same. Walk your legs together, or if you want to press off the back foot and meet your front foot, however you want to transition out of that. Shake that out. We're going to find ourselves a tree pose. Grab a wall, grab a chair. All right, same leg, whatever leg was in front is the leg that's going to go up. So you can balance at the ankle, anywhere on the leg. Imagine like if it were a floor, you're kind of pressing into that point. Find an open tree if you like. Nice natural gaze. going, keep going. And slide it down to your heart center. Nice balance, nice ankles. Yes, ankles. So good. Calm down when you're ready. That's good. I'll just wait. Shake it out. All right. We're gonna make our way back to the end of our mat, and we're gonna do all that on the other side. Starting with our mountain pose. Comfortable stance, strong stance. Palms facing away, shoulders down. Heart center is lifted. On your next inhale, we're going to upward salute. Resting here. On your next inhale, up. Exhale, we're gonna dive or walk ourselves down, forward fold. Finding your flat backs. Melting back down to your forward fold. Another flat back. flexing up that back leg or walking those feet in. Or walking and hopping. Last tree pose. Other leg. Ankle anywhere on the leg. Closing magic. Down through heart center. Good job, everybody. Making your way down. We're making our way back down to our mats. Coming into our resting position of choice. Taking your time. Your knees can be bent, they can fall together. If you want to get in some inner thighs as you rest out, you can drop down to butterfly, place blocks or pillows, or you can go to Shavasana. Palms up if you would like to receive, palms down if you want to feel grounded. You're welcome to throw back on your socks, a blanket, anything to help you keep cozy. Taking those deep breaths. Although it is a cold day, while you rest, I want you to think about the sun. The beauty of sun salutations is that we kind of reflect on the healing divineness of sun and how it creates life. Well, how it represents life and energy and vitality and our divineness. just want you to absorb that inherent light, energy, and life force that's naturally pouring into you and out of you. Your body is always healing. It was made to heal. Even if it feels different from day to day, it is still strong. I want you to set an intention for the rest of your day and weekend. No matter what it is, it's valid. What do you intend for yourself? To give, to receive, to build. To enjoy. As we gently start to bring movement back into the body, you can turn your head from side to side. You can wiggle those toes, you can stretch, you can yawn. Knees can start to walk up. As we start to make our way onto our side, before coming into a comfortable position, seated. If you can't get in an easy pose, you can do butterfly, you can do straight legs, you can sit in a chair. We're gonna take these last few breaths. Scooping those arms up or shrugging those shoulders, whatever you like. Big breath in. Bringing the hands together, bringing it down through heart, mind, body, and spirit. Another big scoop.